In honor of Women's History Month, we've been talking with female leaders in sports, politics, business, and entertainment. And this morning, we are focusing on
every Friday during Women's History Month.
All month long, we've been celebrating Women's History Month by talking with female leaders in sports, politics, business, and entertainment. And this
my black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody move.
We are in a state of emergency.
Prejudice. Wrote a song about it? Like to hear it? Here it go. Free your mind.
To boldly go where no man has gone before.
Everybody who is black and interested in black people, let us sit down and find out how we can get together in one direction against one enemy and accomplish this job overnight. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad told Jimmy that if black people in Harlem just stop saying hello and instead say salam alaikum, he said the whole thing will change. All you got to do is say salam alaikum. Let's say it slow. Salam alaikum. Salam alaikum. Salam alaikum.
We are in a state of emergency.
Prejudice. Wrote a song about it? Like to hear it? Here it go. Free your mind.
My black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't
We
nobody.
are in a state of emergency.
Prejudice. Wrote a song about it? Like to hear it? Here it go. Free your mind.
What is funny today is that I am supposed to be on hiatus. I'm supposed to be taking a break from YouTube. Mainly because my voice is strained, and if I am to continue to talk the way that I do, it is good that you give the old voice box a little rest. But things are always happening, things are always moving, and as a person of action, as a person who likes to be out there with you, you who are self-thinking, you who wish to hear a message that is outside of the norm that we generally are used to listening to, it is difficult for me not to place my little 2 cents in the mix. But I do intend to really slow down and take a break, because really my voice, the larynx does, it hurts me sometimes. Well, it has been hurting me, but I just can't seem to shut up. And it's y'all fault, because I know that you like to listen to that which comes from the realities temple on earth. And there are those who keep me fired up, wanting to be in the mix. So to begin our little talk, I would like to send shouts out to certain individuals, and I don't want nobody to get jealous, and I don't want somebody to feel like they are left out, but these are individuals who I interact with a lot. Some of them I even talk with on the telephone, or may even have visited at one time or another. I just wanted to mention their names so that I can mention their names. You know how it is when somebody who you watch on TV, let's say for instance, I'm a fan of Michael Jackson. And if Michael Jackson was had a concert and Michael would say, I would like to send a shout out to my brother Taalik, Ibn'rad. How you doing, my brother? Woo! You know, it's just something in that. So hopefully it is an honor for me that one would feel something like that if I would send a shout out to them. I don't want to keep us a long time, so let me just get these little shouts out the way. And please, if I don't mention you, please email, just interact with me more, so next time, and even with this list here, I'm pretty sure I forgot somebody, don't feel left out. So I want to just present this little shout to us in no particular order. I first would like to send a shout out to my brother, assistant, AdMinister, Andre D. Edmond 69, to my brother David Brayboy. We're going to get this together, brother. My brother 9Tech9, who has written me wanting to become part of this internet ministry, this movement of reality. In doing so, have mirrored a lot of the material from this ministry. So he is working, wanting to take action instead of just words. And shouts out to my sister, West Philly girl, been with me listening to this voice for a long time. My brother Hugh Lewis, my sister Brenda Kearney, brother Damian Winter, Mr. Willie 18, Snoopy, you know who you are, Snoops. My sister Fanadia, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Of course, my brother Anthony Divine, and I will be returning your telephone call, brother. Just got caught up in some sad business, but important. Shouts out to my brother who just did an excellent video, taking excerpts from one of my works, speaking about Louis Farrakhan, brother King Noble 99, my sister Blake Barbie Doll. Some of you may not like Sister Blake Barbie Doll, but she's been a supporter and she's been in this ministry for a long, long time, and we have an understanding. Of course, I cannot forget brother Kismat. The YouTube user name goes by Wake Up World 100. My sister Raven Masterson. And now, this is an odd shout out. There's a brother that calls himself Truth As You Know It. And this brother does not agree, or maybe don't even like me. But I'm sending a shout out to the Truth As You Know It, because you have the right to disagree. And in your disagreement, it keeps me humble. It keeps me from being arrogant. You have the right to question. You have a right to critique. And I embrace it. In fact, that's sort of what my subject matter is going to be today, is manipulators. And I surely do not want to fall into the category of deceivers and manipulation. So, brother, I embrace your disagreement. I embrace your critique. I love it. You keep me on my feet. So I love it. It's not always good to be around people that's a yes person. I don't like yes people. If you have a problem with something, or just think for yourself. If there's something I say you don't comprehend or don't understand, or you just simply don't, you simply disagree, please feel free to tell me. I am not so high and mighty I can't listen to you. I am not the almighty giver of knowledge. So I embrace the truth as you know it. Keep coming. Keep putting it on me. I like it, unlike other people. I don't block folks unless temporarily they wish to be infantile and silly. The truth as you know it, sometimes you get a little childish, but overall you attempt to be mature and offer a civil and cordial discussion, and even though we may disagree. And just recently on one of your videos that you made, I did leave a comment showing you that there are things that we can agree upon, and it is those strengths. Being in this black community, we already know what we disagree with. We should concentrate more on that which we agree. And that makes this black community stronger. My subject today was chosen by my little brother, goes by the YouTube username Master100TY. I don't know what that stands for, but Master100TY said that I could do a better job of explaining that we should be wary of manipulators. That's an honor. Thank you so much for having so much faith in your little brother here, because we're just brothers here. You and I, we are all the same. We are all have our talents. So maybe where I can explain this subject maybe better than you, you can do a lot of things better than me. But as long as it is coming into the same house, that's where it counts. All of it, we are family, all of it comes into the same house. So you can work at Walmart. You can work at, some stockbroker's company. You can be a school teacher. Whatever you do in life, as long as it comes to the house, that's what's important. As long as all the family can benefit, that's what's important. It should not be about so-and-so doing their own thing, this one doing their own thing. I know this, I won't share what I know, and blase, blase. I can never be wrong. We should, as long as you are a human being, you are subject to mistake. I am subject to mistake. The problem occurs when I'm so high and mighty, I won't listen to Brother Master 100. I won't listen to Brother David Brayboy. I won't listen to Brother Techno. I won't listen to West Philly Girl. When I become so arrogant into myself, that's our problem in the black community. We become so stuck up on ourselves. I guess that is because we have been considered nothing. So please, since I'm considered nothing, don't try to take my something away from me. But if that something is wrong, if that something is in flaw and error, family has to look out for family. Even when family is wrong, I will stick with you. But I want the best for you. Do you understand? It's a beautiful thing. And with all this family around me, that's why it's so difficult to deal with Brother Taalik, because it is more than about Brother Taalik. Brother Taalik listens to you. Even those who disagree, I will listen. Because see, I understand that listening to you makes me better. Having more than one brain, dealing with a problem, researching something, is better than my one brain, because I'm limited in what I can do and what I can understand, what I can comprehend. So if we put all what we know and what we do in one pot, and that pot benefits the family. This is my family. How wonderful this is. Brother Master 100TY gives me my subject. Beware of the manipulator. That's why, even though my voice is sore, even though I don't even feel like talking to y'all really, my brother Master 100 said, I want you to speak on this, and I'm going to do my best. It seems as though this might be a very short talk. I also want to say this. Contrary to popular belief, this channel is not about race. It is about justice. The number one priority of that justice just so happens to be black people, because no one looks out for us. We can't do nothing right. Somebody is always doing something to put us down. So somebody has to defend us. Somebody has to awaken us so that we can do better. Not to be a better slave for those who hate us in this nation, but be a better person to benefit us. I don't want you to get a master's degree so that you can work for the white man or anybody. I want you to get a master's degree so you can benefit your own people, just like those whom you get the degree from. Get your knowledge from the white man. Get your knowledge from some Asians. Get your knowledge from wherever you seek knowledge. Use your talent wherever you can, but bring it back home. And if these others want to treat you with respect, treat you as an equal, treat you like a man, then we share our talent and we bring them into family. Until then, we have to look out for ourselves like they have and still look out for them. So when I'm speaking about justice, justice has no color.
Peace, prayer, and knowledge. I'm Soul Sister J. I'm Soul Sister D. And I just wanted to say thank you for all the people who helped to the medical fundraiser for my uncle Taalik. And it has meant so much to us that you would help, because without you guys, his life would not be possible and we would not be with him today right now. And I just wanted to say, for all of you that helped and that donated, I would really like to give a big thanks, and I hope that I can meet you one day and say thank you in person. I love you guys, and okay.
Things that make you go, you know, these aren't jokes, these are thoughts, these are things that make you say.
Planted those descendants of slaves in America. So first priority must be with those who are black or called black Americans. And if you don't understand that, then this is not the place to be. But when it's all said and done, it's not about color, it's just about justice. And speaking about justice, I don't want to be like those who I talk about. I don't want to be like those I complain about. I don't want to be like my oppressors. So since I am not like my oppressor, even though I love black people, top priority, I must have a feeling of sympathy and condolence to those people who have suffered such a great tragedy in Japan. No, they are not black. And it may also be true that the Japanese or Asians in general, we do not have a beautiful relationship. But that can change. That can change with anybody. How can you call yourself a human being and not feel and show some kind of compassion for those who have suffered such great loss? Because it can easily be us tomorrow. Would you not care if the Japanese, if you were caught up in that situation and you're starving and you need water and you're trying to survive, do you care? Or are you just going to wait on black people to bring you bread and water? Or are you going to accept help and aid from the Japanese or the Koreans or anybody? This is what I want you to understand coming from this channel. It is about justice. It is about seeking our humanity. A human being does come in different species or races, but you are a human being. And if you evolve correctly, the human being is supposed to get up on the ladder of evolution and rise to the state that many of you in religion call God. But right now, we're having a difficult time being human beings. It's not about color. It's not about being yellow or red or black or white or whatever these races that a devil or the unrighteous have created in order to divide the human family, to exploit us for cheap labor and material gain. It's about justice. Justice has no color, and justice tells me, and justice should tell you, that as long as we focus on color, brothers and sisters, then we will be in a slave-like condition, because that's the reason why the color was created, to divide the human family, so enslavement and exploitation could be made easier. We should view ourselves as human beings. We should view ourselves not as black, not as white, red or yellow. We should view ourselves as earthlings. We are of this earth. We come from out of this earth, and when we leave this life, we go back into the earth. We are earthlings, or whatever you want to call this planet. At one time, I was told that this whole planet was called Asia. So we're Asians. Well, we're going right back to being Asians. However, but for the sake of argument, since this planet at this time is called Earth, we should all be earthlings. And it makes no difference, because whatever falls and harms another earthling will eventually harm you. You might be on the top for a few minutes, but just like in the laws of nature, as surely as you go up, you will fall. And you will fall because that is the nature of this planet. As surely as the scriptures say, as grass groweth up, it withers, dies, and withereth away. As surely as you are born, you will die. What makes you immortal? What gives you everlasting life is your ability to go outside of the law of this planet. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that the black man, and when he speaks of black man, says all people come from up out of the black man. This original man, you are the maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, God of the universe. He did not say God of the earth, gods of the sun. He said, and he told us, God of the universe, meaning we have the potential to go beyond that which we come from up out of, which is this earth. But you cannot do that when we concentrate on the earth, which brings us race, which brings us difference, which gives us earthlings that look different from one another because of where we evolved from, whatever area on the planet. And deceivers and manipulators have divided the earthlings, making one specific species superior over the rest. This type of thinking trafficking must be destroyed. So why do you speak about black this and black that? Justice has no color, but the people who do the injustice and those who are oppressed do have color. And they are oppressed and they are exploited due to color. So I have no choice but to say the black man suffers from this and the white man done that. I have no choice. But if everybody accept the responsibility of their behaviors and make proper choices, then we can eventually break up out of that sick cycle, that sick mentality, in order to solve this madness that has been going on for the last few thousand years, so that we can become human. The first step is to become human and then evolve to that which we call God. And God has no color. In religion, no matter where you go, they will tell you God has no color. So that is what you should be striving for. But before you can get to that point, since we have been tricked and deceived and manipulated because of color, then we got to deal with it once and for all. But there are those who benefit from somebody being white. There's people who benefit from those being black or Asian. We stuck in these categories because they benefit from division. They benefit. Those who don't benefit don't give a damn. But there are many who benefit from this division, so they are in the upper echelons of the struggle to keep things just the way they are. They don't want to hear about being human beings. They don't want to talk about you evolving yourself to a godlike position. They want you to be a slave. And that's what we're going to talk about. This topic that I was given. Beware of the manipulators. While I'm on that subject of us being human beings, give credit where credit is due. If there are Caucasian people that do things that benefit black people, or if there's black people that do things that benefit all people, let us give credit and get this garbage out of our hearts of having hatred for everybody. When everybody is not guilty, we should be just, we should be fair, and attempt to do everything we can to bring punishment to the guilty. We should not seek punishment and oppress those who are not guilty of evil. We should only attempt to punish those who are actually in the process and exhibit those behaviors to keep this mess going on and on and on and on. Just because a group of men robbed a bank wearing glasses with a Malcolm X pen and wearing a black shirt, why are you going to involve me in that when I was not there? Because it is assumed. Listen, because it is assumed everybody that wears glasses with a Malcolm X pen and a black shirt rob banks. We should stop assuming because somebody is white that they are devils. Or we should stop assuming because somebody is black they lazy and trifling. We assume. To assume and you assume wrong makes you an unjust person, an unfair person. person, an oppressive person, an arrogant person, and that's why we are in the sad shape that we find ourselves today. Because we assume. I want to be fair and just. Even though I speak harsh, even though I speak tough, it's against my enemies. And I want to make this very, very clear. I do not, and I don't suggest to you to love your enemies. You should hate your enemies. Even in the scriptures and religious teachings, God hates his enemies. He has no mercy for his enemies. God is the greatest killer, the greatest murderer. He don't play with his enemies. He burn you up. He flood you out. He send plagues on your ass. God don't play. God hates. But especially in Christian religious teachings, they always talk about how God loves. Oh, love, love, love. What about when God kills? In your religion, it tells us clearly there's a time for love. There's a time. Where's my watch at? There's a time for love. There's also a time for hate. But if you gotta hate, don't hate in ignorance. You hate because that person or persons or groups or nations, they earned it by their behaviors. Not because you assumed something, because you know. So if I speak about this and that, I'm not making no assumptions. They done it. Now, you can be in denial, and if somebody is wrong, then you show them the error and the flaw in their ways. But for some people, they can be dead wrong, and it don't make any difference. They're going to still stick to their story. They will not accept responsibility for their error, their flaw, their being wrong. So that's why I have to talk the way I talk. But I do it in a spirit, if you want to say, use that word spirit, in a manner to try to be just and fair, understanding and compassionate. And I am that if you listen, not just hear what I'm talking to you about. Anybody can hear, but when you listen to somebody, that means you are attempting to comprehend and understand what is being said. So I have ignorant people that come to this channel, silly folks who read titles and trip off the title of a video, and they don't really take the time to understand, because if they understand, it will bring comprehension in what is being said. Because I am far from being some black racist, because I don't care nothing about race. But I do care about justice. I don't want to see nobody bullied. I don't want to see nobody exploited. I don't want to see nobody abused. Nobody, regardless to color. Because I'm not here to manipulate nobody for my benefit. Manipulation only brings benefit to those who are doing the manipulation. Moving on into the subject, I want to say this. Do you know, unlike Malcolm, Brother Malcolm, where my Brother Malcolm? Malcolm? Brother Malcolm Malcolm said when he was growing up as a child in his biography that his teachers, his Caucasian teachers, told him, you can dream, but you're a Negro or a colored. You can only do this and you can only do that. You're limited. Unlike Malcolm's experience, I had Caucasian teachers that inspired me and encouraged me to be the best I could be. They never told me, in fact, they never viewed me as a black person. They never called me colored. They never called me Negro. They said son or child. You have talents. You can do this. You can be whatever you want to be. If you like the way I talk, if you like the way I pronunciate my words, then I must give credit to my Caucasian English teacher, my Caucasian speech teacher. My Caucasian speech teacher was Mr. Perkins. My English teacher was Mrs. Hayes. She said Mrs. Hayes always told her black students, you must be able to write and comprehend this language. Understand what you read. This is coming from a white woman, Mrs. Hayes. She had red hair. She was slim. Mr. Perkins said, my speech teacher, he was my debate teacher. He told me, find the weakness in the argument. Never let your opponent distract you. Find their weakness and keep hitting it and keep smashing it. You must educate your mind.
I ordered this book, God is on Trial. I ordered this book from Amazon, and I must say I've read it. It's very well written, very thought-provoking. And so, sisters and brothers like Alberta Parrish, again, God is on Trial. It is a provocative, thought-provoking, very real and honest point of view regarding the gods of major religions or of Abrahamic religions, and why those of us who follow these belief systems should be asking the same kind of questions instead of just blindly accepting and following.
How you feel, what you think. While I'm giving credit to white folks because they earned it. That's who taught me in school. I did have one black teacher, but when it's all said and done, what was my black teacher teaching me? What she learned from white folks. So these are my teachers. But these, I would tell you the truth. Not going to tell you a lie because they white. And I want white folks to look bad. These white teachers that taught me told me I can be whatever I want to be. And when they saw a talent in me, I used to like to draw. My art teacher, Mr. Asperger, did everything he could to encourage. And when I was singing and dancing, the white people that was around me encouraged me to do the best I could. I have to give that credit. I have to speak the truth. Y'all talking about y'all like the truth. You stand for the truth. Well, if that's the truth, why you don't like it? Why you don't like me giving credit to my Caucasian teachers if that's what they done for me? You don't like it because, see, you sick with race. And who created race? Who created black? Who created white? the person you say you don't like, the white man. So you a hypocrite. It's something by white folks you hate, you don't like them, but there are other things that white folks have done and created that you embrace and you love because you want to be like them. You want to be a black supremacist. You want to put yourself in the position of controlling the earth like what a white man is. But don't you see that there's a problem with that? Can't you see what has happened to him? Why you want to be like that? Can't you see that your mind is sick? Black supremacy, white supremacy, it's sickness. Racial division created only to exploit and abuse others, to manipulate others. So the only thing you want to do is become a black manipulator. That's all racial division, taking us away from being earthlings, taking us away from being human beings. That's the only thing that can do. However, justice was denied because of color. That's the only reason why I bring it up. Because justice has been denied due to skin color. No more, no less. Y'all do whatever that you want to do. I'm attempting, and I want to take my audience beyond color, beyond race. Because as long as we stay in the race, it's a race we're not going to win because it was designed to make us losers. Oh, the creation, talk to me. Talk to me. I want to thank YouTube. I want to thank YouTube for giving me the opportunity to have my voice heard. If it was not for YouTube, chances are you would not know, all over the country, all over this planet, you would not know who or what I was or am about. So YouTube gives me an opportunity to be heard all over the planet at one time. Now, of course, being on YouTube, there are those who really don't want to abide by the policies. They lie and say that we teach hate. They lie and say that we are filled with anger, bigots and racists and all that crazy stuff. They lie because they don't want, there are those who hear the truth and don't like it, so they want to censor your voice with flagging. Well, okay. I still thank YouTube. I know that's what we have to deal with, so let's just deal with it. I would like for us, whether you have videos or not, we need to copy brothers and sisters' videos that we like. Mirror, copy, it's the same thing. And keep our videos alive. Let us give these cowardly, faceless trolls, let's give them problems. As soon as they flag a video down, we put it right back up. We should not be allowing them to censor. There are brothers and sisters who create and spend a lot of time making beautiful, informational, intellectual videos, historical, however you want to say. And here comes some faceless troll, they flag. Next thing you know, all this knowledge, everything is gone. We should not allow that when there are thousands of us, hundreds of us on YouTube. Mirror, copy the video, put it back up. Especially the ones they don't like. Keep it in their face. Keep the real truth banging. Don't let them suckers censor us. Flag y'all damn trolls. Do what you feel you gotta do. But we're not gonna take it sitting down. Put them right back up. The same way they try to tear the house down, we should be we should be building the house right back up. Make them work. And what you don't understand, most of these suckers is lazy. They're just doing it because it's easy. Make it hard for them raggedy ass. Mirror the videos. That shows black unity. Every little thing helps. We must, if you do not wish to help me make this ministry a reality, then do something. You have to take action. You got to move. Do something. You have to join some type of organization. As an individual, you can do a little bit, but as an organized force, that's why the Crips and the Bloods and all these gangs, that's why they are so strong. That's why they are so devastating. That's why they are respected regardless, because they are organized. And when you organize, you become a force. Because organization is like when you bring your fingers separated like this, and you heard this many times, separated like this, your hand is weak. But when you start bringing those fingers and thumb together and make a fist, or bring them together to make a karate chop, then it becomes devastating. And when you take that hand, combine it with the arm and the muscles and the whole body, you chop, bring that force down from the whole body. Woo! It's devastating. Yeah. See, that's what they don't want, our enemies. And we would like for those who are black to begin that process of coming together. But if you don't want to do it, then we need to find anybody who want to make a fist to knock out the devil. Anybody that want to make a fist to crush falsehood and wickedness and evil. Anybody. And move y'all lazy ass, trifling, just want to talk ass out the way. I doing my own thing. Keep doing your own thing. Oh man, this is, whoo, I feel great. And I still have plenty of time to talk about what I want to talk about. I got to get a drink though. I think my voice is going to make it. Okay. So let us bring this message to conclusion. And we're going to bring it to conclusion by talking about our being cautious of people, regardless, again, see, regardless to race, beware of the manipulator. Don't you know that under religious teaching, that's a form of manipulation? Because when you decide to believe in whatever you choose to believe, you have become manipulated to deny yourself. And that's what they even teach in religion. Deny yourself to accept God. Deny yourself to accept Jesus. Deny you. Deny who you are to become somebody else. Why would you do that? So when I talk to a Christian, when I talk to a Muslim or a Jew, I don't know, I'm talking to a Bible, I'm talking to a Quran or the Torah. I don't know who this person is. When you talk to Taalik, Ibn'rad, you're talking to who I am. You're talking to me. There is no real doctrine here. I'm flexible. I'm to the east, I'm to the west, I'm to the north, I'm to the south. I'm wiggly. I'm whatever. But those caught up in belief, you'll never know who they are, because their thought process and who they are, they denied themselves to become a follower of somebody, and they want to be a carbon copy of who they follow. So they deny themselves, and they have been manipulated to deny themselves to become somebody else. I want to be me. I don't want to be Elijah Muhammad. I don't want to be Louis Farrakhan. I don't want to be Malcolm. I don't want to be Marcus Garvey. I don't want you to be Taalik Ibn'rad. I want you to be you. So if you came to help me in this ministry, I want you to be you. I don't want you to be me. We want to be going in the same direction, same common purpose, same common goal, but I want you to be you. I don't want you to talk like me. I don't want you to dress like me. I want you, in this case, I do want you to do your own thing. Because doing your own thing brings something different to the pot. Tired of eating the same old food. Some of y'all, don't y'all get tired of eating the same old food? You don't want to eat chicken every day. You don't want to eat lasagna every day. You don't want beans every day. Many of you, you want a variety. You want a variety in your diet. Because if you don't have variety in your diet, because if you don't have variety in your diet, maybe you'll miss certain nutrients, certain vitamins. And above all, eating the same thing every day is boring. And that's why many of the people, when you go to church, they look bored. Even when they sing and dancing, it's like a ritual. Oh, I gotta sing. Yes, Jesus, yes. Or you're in the temple, Muhammad, they just hollering Muhammad, not even listening to what the minister is talking about. Just Allah Akbar, praise be to Allah for Elijah Muhammad. Just talk, just robots. I don't want you to be no robot. I don't want you to be like you came up an assembly line. If you're a part of this ministry, then it's like Forrest Gump. It's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. All in the same box. Yeah. Woo! I'm fired up, y'all. All in the same box. But all the candy is different. Ooh, man. How sweet it is. And a woman, most women like the different candies. They don't like just give me a box of chocolates and all the chocolate is the same. They like the surprise, not knowing what you're going to get. But it all comes out of the same box. Just because somebody disagrees with you, just because somebody critiques you, they have an opinion about your opinion, does not mean they are attacking you or they hate you or something like that. And on top of that, if you can dish it out, there are many people who talk stuff every day. But when somebody finds their weak spot and talks about them, they can't handle it. Oh, that is so tacky. If about you, then I should be able to handle being talked about also. But here they come. Why, Taalik? Why are you attacking so-and-so? Why, Taalik? Why are you criticizing so-and-so? Believe this. I don't mind you talking about me. I don't mind. Maybe that's the reason why folks have gotten quiet talking about me. Because I don't care. And if I can dish it out, I can take it. Bring it to me. Because unlike you, I can handle the real truth. I listen to those who agree with me, and I listen to those who disagree, because I want to try to make myself better. I don't want yes people around me. Yes, Taalik, you so great. You right. Yes, Taalik, you do this. No! I want you to be able to come to me and say, look, and if I really get uppity, if I really get arrogant, I want you to be able to tell me, look, nigga. Woo! I want you to be able to say, look, Taalik, you acting like a damn nigga. Look, get your head out your ass. Look, man, we trying to tell you this. I love it. That don't bother me. But you see, there are many black leaders and many black leader wannabes. They think they know it all. They so great. You can't tell them nothing. How are you going to tell me I'm wrong? Thousands and thousands of people listen to me. Hundreds of people listen to me. My face on TV. My face on magazines. I'm the great leader. You can't tell them nothing. Many of our black leaders, when they first started, maybe they were sincere in wanting to help the black community. But now they got fame, they got some money, and they don't want to mess that up. So when they first got started, when they was poor and hungry, they was hard and raw.
To ring out in perfect harmony, Terry Ellis becomes the first of the divas to offer the world her singular sound. And she does just that on Southern Gal.
Actions, and your actions speak louder than words. Am I losing volume distortion? Because it sounds like I'm losing distortion. My voice is being distorted. Bear with me. Oh, this is gonna mess y'all up now. One of the most famous things in religious teaching they like to talk about is Jesus wanted his disciples to be a fisher of men. Let me get a drink. I want to try to make myself clear. Woo. Okay, y'all ready? A fisher of men. Jesus wanted his disciples to go out and be a fisher of men. When you fish, what are you doing? When you fish, you're putting a bait on a hook. And so you drop it in the water. You giving the fish the illusion of a reward. Let me say that again. You're giving the fish the illusion of a reward, but there's a hook in it. Is the bait designed to benefit the fish, is designed to benefit the one who is doing the fishing. Who is going to end up on the dinner table? The reason why you fish is to kill the fish so you can eat it for your benefit. There's nothing to benefit the fish. So if Jesus is having his people to go out to be a fisher of men, bring the fish back for their benefit. There is no benefit in fishing for the fish. The only benefit is the one who is doing the fishing. The hook with the bait on it is a false promise to the fish so that he can be used, so the fish can be eaten up. So the fish was deceived. Oh, brother, now you taking that out of context. How am I taking it out of context? Let us look at the situation. You have had all these religions. You become fishers of men. What has been the result? The only one who is benefiting from fishing are the ones who are the ones who doing the fishing. The fish get nothing. The Pope, rich. I heard the imams and all the ones in the top leadership, the top manipulators are doing well. But all over the earth, with all this religion, you don't see nothing happening for the fish. They don't get nothing. They get a false promise. If you do this, if you do that, God will reward you. You'll go to heaven. You'll see the hereafter. So you bite the bait. You take the bait and get hooked. And you still waiting. Now you acting like a fish out of water. You lose yourself because now you want to be a photocopy. I want to be like Jesus. I want to be like Muhammad. I want to be like Moses. I want to be like anybody but myself. Because you've been hooked and you lost yourself. Beware of manipulation. They give you these rewards because they're looking for something. They're trying to get you. These persons don't like you when you ask questions. Why are you attacking me? Why are you criticizing? You are agent. Why are you mad at Jesus? Why are you angry at Muhammad? What did Moses ever do to you? I'm just asking questions. I'm not angry at Jesus. I'm not angry at Moses. I'm not angry at nobody. I'm just asking you questions. I'm not attacking you. But see, the manipulator trying to hide that hook. And see, when you ask questions, you start taking that false promise or you taking that bait off the hook. So you see the hook for exactly what it is instead of the bait. Because the bait is a false promise. Or, how are we going to hook these black folks? Well, we're going to get them hooked. Tell them they gods and goddesses. Tell them they kings kings and queens, when the reality is they were slaves in Africa and they slaves now. They never was no king and queen. They was always captive. But we gonna tell them that lie. We gonna hook them. We gonna give them this false story, this promise. Tell them they king and they queens, because they can't prove it otherwise. It's just like that story about the Jews being enslaved in Egypt. It happened 2,000 years ago. Make them prove it. Just like also, in early Christianity, they used to teach you that heaven was in the sky. When you pass this world and you be good, believe in Jesus, you going up in the clouds. But then, of course, as you know, the airplane and balloons was invented. Nobody never did see heaven, so they had to change that lie. So when you come to the realities temple, I want you to think for yourself and make them change their lives till they can't go nowhere no more. So they show you the hook. Take that bait off the hook so you can see the hook for exactly what it is. You don't benefit from these religions. You don't benefit from these political ideas. You don't benefit. You've been manipulated. These people tell you these stories, fishing, hoping you get hooked, giving you a false promise. Black folks, if you join us in this revolution against the white power elite, we not like them. We gonna do this for you. But at the same time, history has shown that nobody has stood firm and tried to help black folks. We've always been used for their purpose because we get hooked. Because we want this friendship, this promise. We the good fish. We always get hooked. We never strip the hook and just take the bait. We always get hooked. We always get used and abused. Well, I hate to tell you, that day is over. It's over. You can keep talking about Brother Taalik have personal hatred for so-and-so, criticizing so-and-so. I'm not attacking nobody. I do attack lies and deceit and fishers of men. Because I want to know who you're fishing for and why. Because I know the fish ain't got nothing coming. There's a great change coming. Matter of fact, it's not coming, it's in the process of change. All the former things are passing away. These are fighting to stay in a world that no longer wants you. You are the teller of fantasy stories, half-truth, outright lies, fiction. Your time is up. The people are slowly but surely are awakening in their mind. They are learning who they are. Not who or what the Bible say they are or what the Quran say they are. I'm learning who I am. I'm thinking for myself. That's why slowly but surely, no matter what y'all do on this channel, this ministry, the subscriptions and the friends steady rise For every one I lose, I gain 2 and 3. Because people want to think for themselves. I want to be me. How are you doing what the average Joe is doing? I'm me. You wear your pants sagging. You drink beer. You wear dreadlocks. You rent movies. What are you doing outside of the norm? You're not doing that. I'm me. No, you're not. You just a robot like all the rest of the millions of robots in America and around the world. You're a robot. You're a zombie. Chasing false dreams and promises. Fantasy seeker. That's why I'm telling these young brothers and sisters in the black struggle movement, you must come up out of the ideas and the philosophy of the past. The enemy already knows how to deal with you because he's seen it time and time again. And you will not be successful because that is part of the past. That thinking is on its way out. You're not going to get your turn to be some great black supremacist. That thinking is over. It's not about race. I said that again in this conclusion. It's not about race. It's about justice. It's about being fair. It's about showing compassion for other human beings. Recognizing we are earthlings, but having the potential to evolve and go beyond the earth to become universal. All that you see beyond the clouds, you can control. You can discover and manipulate it to benefit yourself. But at the same time, you are fair. Because you only wanted to manipulate to make things better. Because you want to bring justice, and justice is about being fair. And when you speak about justice and being fair, you're talking about folks being free. You can't be free trying to copy and be somebody else. You're a slave to who they are and what they are about. I want you to be free. I don't want you to be no slave to no person, no man, to no God, no animal. You need to be free. This is your life. This is my life. Given only to me. You were not born to benefit somebody else. And I want to say this, and I'm Audi 5000. You were not born to benefit somebody else. When a life that is yours, but your life benefits somebody else, that makes you a slave. Because a slave only exists to benefit his master. I'm not going to be nobody's slave. I don't want you to be somebody's slave. We work on this together. We share together. We are family together. You're not my slave. You're not my follower. We are all leaders in our own right. The only thing we need is to be directed to the same common purpose, same common goal. And what is that? To bring in a new heaven and a new earth, to change and get hell. Listen. To get hell out of your mind. Because if you got hell in your mind, it'll cause these hands to build hell and give you hell. I'm finna rob you. I'm gonna stab you. I'm gonna steal from your bank account. I want that little child because you got hell here. We want to get rid of hell. It's in the mind. And once you can get disciplined and relieve yourself from hell and allow the former things to vacate your mind and start bringing in righteous and what some may call moral thought, then once the mind begins to change, because the scriptures say the kingdom of heaven is in you. Well, is it a building? What is it? It's your mind. Once your mind becomes heavenly, then that mind will gravitate towards your hands, and your hands will build the kingdom of heaven that you talk about. You don't have to argue. You don't have to debate. Your mind will cause your hands to build the kingdom of heaven, and the former things you would have tossed to the side. They will pass away, never to be seen again, because you know what it meant to live in hell. And once you gain and bring heaven into your reality, you'll never want to live in hell again. Oh, this is joyous occasion. Beware of the manipulator. They don't do you no good. They look it out for themselves because they are part of this world, and they don't mind this world being in existence because they benefit. They want you to be a slave. And I'll be damned.
And that is Brother Taalik from the Reality Temples on Earth channel. And if you get a chance to subscribe, please do subscribe to his channel. He's a good brother. You know, he's doing good work, and he wants to do good constructive things. He has good information to provide. So please do check out his channel if you get a chance. Free your mind.
Laws and things on paper that say if you do this, we're going to punish you by incarcerating you, and you break them and you're dumb enough to get caught, then you're just dumb.
All right. Shout out to Reality's Temple in the building. Well, just for myself, I got to get him on here, man. You talk about somebody polarizing. Whoa. that brother is, I'll leave that alone. Shout out to the brother, though. Just
if you will hang around me and be a slave, you're not going to be a slave to me or nobody. Your life was given to you for you to enjoy, not to be somebody's puppet. Somebody else can pull your strings. Well, here you are, puppet. Oh, well, the Bible say, the Quran say, the Torah say, let us pray. What about you? What do you say? What do your brain say? They are filled with hell. Thus, they transfer hell to your mind. How do you expect to get out of hell when you have embraced it? You are in love with hell, and you embrace hell and don't even know it. Why do you think we still live in hell? Because it's in your mind. But at the same time, heaven is within you. But first, you got to get rid of hell. But see, hell gives the illusion of being heaven. It gives you these false promises. When you die, you're going to go to heaven. When you die, you're going to see the hereafter. The manipulators are enjoying heaven right now. They don't care about they're not worried about phone bills, gas bills. Those in the leadership positions in your religion and politics, they don't have to worry about nothing. They live good because they exploit the poor, who are the fish that take the hook with the bait of false promises. Be a fisher of men. That's good for the fishermen, bad for the fish. You and I, we are the fish. And some of those who used to be fish, now because they got a little money, they live comfortable, they don't want to lose that because they are in love with evil, they sell you and me out. And that's what it's all about. So the former things must pass away. And again, to my young brothers and sisters, you are sincere and you love your people. But when you talk about kill the white man and some of this other rhetoric that y'all talking about, it's not going to get you nowhere. Trying to be black or African, that's of the past. It's solely about justice. Justice has no color. Freedom has no color. Equality has no color. And that's where you got to concentrate on. But if you concentrate on color, black supremacy, African, those are the things that the wicked use to enslave. And those things that are used to enslave cannot free you. They were designed to make you a slave. They were designed to take you away from who you really are. And who you really are is a product of this planet. You are a human being. You are an earthling. Yes, there are different species, different colors. But your nature, you are of this planet. And what hurts one human being eventually will hurt another. The only thing that we need is justice and freedom and equality. Once we gain those things by honesty, having integrity, content of character, once we gain those things, color, gender, class, all those things will disappear because we don't need them. That's what caused our horrid condition to begin with. But keep doing what you're doing. You'll see that it is a road to nowhere because we've been there, done that. It's just different people involved. All of humanity needs to get on board of this train to bring us back to ourselves and destroy color, gender bias, the slave mind, and classism once and for all. They want violence. They believe violence. Violence may be needed because those who are in power not going to leave easily. But again, whose side are you going to be on? Are you going to be on the side of the robot makers, the wicked, or are you going to be on the side of those who are trying to free and bring justice and equality, not only to black folks, but to all of humanity, bring respect to this planet Earth, of which, if we do not respect, it will kill us, because we need this planet in order to survive. And we also need a variety in our life by watching the beautiful birds and the bees and the elephants and the trees, this variety of wonder that we call life. And enjoy it for yourself, not because of what somebody else wants you to be, but because of what you want for yourself. Do you understand? You are a leader unto yourself. We all come from the same box. We different. But we're different. And that's what makes the box special. I don't want, and the earth is filled with variety and wonder. We should not want to be like somebody else. That which makes the human being so beautiful, because there's nobody else like you. So why do you want to get on the board, the train of these manipulators that want you to be what they think you should be? Be yourself. Gain the reward for yourself. I love this. Thank you. Thank you. So with that said, thank you for listening. This is your brother, Taalik Ibn'rad. I guess my voice made it. Just wanted to give you something to think about. Think for yourself. Think for yourself. That's what's most important of all. And let us break the shackles of the slave mind, racism, classism, and gender bias. When you do that, the heaven that has always been in you, you don't have to dream about, you don't have to talk about it and think about it. Believe you and I, our children, can make it a reality. Thank you for listening. Again, this is your brother Taalik Ibn'rad, the Angel Snubbed Up 7, here on YouTube. I would like to thank YouTube once again for this privilege and this honor. And thank all my friends and subscribers. Keep hanging. Take action. You don't want to help this ministry. Do something. And mirror all the videos that you like. Copy them. Keep our message. Don't allow these idiots to censor our words. Because our words waken our people so that we can do, like Spike Lee said, do the right thing. And the right thing is to become free. Really free. Not somebody's robot. With that said, I'm Audi 5000. This was and is the Reality's Temple on Earth.